What a small rapper gang. I think I'm going to continue on, a little bit on the same, the same lines of, last video we talked about. We're talking about, making sure your body is in the right place, and a little bit of tips about how to go about that. What? More so, I give a lot of mindset tips on here and everything like that. So today we're going to talk about some things that I think are really going to really change your life if you actually, take this advice and information on what I'm going to talk about here. So we're going to talk about that though. I'm Rob Level, this is SmartRapper.com, and you're actually really, truly, honestly, as usual, going to get smarter after the intro. Okay, today I want to talk about something that I don't talk about often, just like I don't talk about, the fitness stuff, because I feel like people are like, oh, that's too much work. And, but anything that's work, anything that's going to make you better is going to be work. You writing raps every day, it's work, even though it's a little bit fun, but you getting better, deliberately practicing and really evolving to that next level, that's work. It's hard to really sit down and really do the things that are more complicated because you're not used to doing them. Even when you're writing, you're doing different types of patterns, all these little things that are going to make you better as a person seem like they're hard at first because you're actually building neural pathways in your brain. You're forcing your brain to make new connections to other parts of your brain, and that's actually you becoming smarter. That's why it's hard at first, then it becomes easy. Eventually it moves into the subconscious and it's done automatically on autopilot, similar to when you ride a bike or when you drive a car. Like when I first, for a great example would be, when I first started driving a car, I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? But then when you get used to driving a car and your brain's wired to drive a car and you can use your peripherals on a normal basis, now I can drive a car and do this at the same time while drinking coffee and still scanning the road to staying conscious and everything like that. So the thing here that I want to talk about is, really though, as much as it's going to suck or seem like it sucks to talk about, is books, man. Books have changed my life. And it, really is one of the reasons I feel like I can call myself Smart Rapper. I shot the video a minute ago, then I started listening to an audio book, and I'm like, man, these books have so much damn information in them. I've read hundreds and hundreds of books. And actually, I've listened to hundreds of books. I've probably only read like 20 books. Okay, but I use Audible, and I get books. You get 1 credit a month, and you listen to 1 book. But I actually listen to 2 books a week, so I'm just always learning and growing in order to give information and inspire people with it, right? Well, there's some books that I want to recommend to you today that were some of the starter books that were very basic, very common, very well-known books, but books that actually will help you change your mindset, increase your value, the value of your life, and make you work harder and understand why you want to work hard. It's like these books give you the knowledge where you're like, oh my God, yeah, I should be working harder, or how to work smarter so that when you're working, you're getting more done. It's like these little things. So I'm just gonna, off the top of my head, discuss a couple books that I really feel like you need to read that I've read more than once, okay?
Okay.
Now, and these aren't gonna be in any type of order because they're just books, like I said, off the top of my head that I'm like, I love these books, right? So here's something, you may have heard these before, right? So let's start off with some Napoleon Hill stuff. We have the Master Key System to Riches. That's cool, but you don't have to read that one. The one I recommend you read is actually Think and Grow Rich. Okay, Think and Grow Rich is a fantastic, amazing book. Is what it's going to do. It's going to have you go in there, a little brief breakdown. Still go read it, or go get it on Audible, or it's even going to be free on YouTube. You can watch Napoleon Hill talk about those things in a video. It's in black and white. I've watched the thing a couple times. It's just awesome. But you're going to write down your definite chief aim in life and your goals, and every single day it's going to remind you this is what you're reaching for, this is what you're striving to do. And because you remind yourself every day, you're gonna work harder for it, and you're actually gonna see it for yourself, and you're gonna keep continuing forward for it. So that's just one, but just check out that whole book. It's really, I'm telling you, everybody I've recommended that to was like, thank you so much. Number 2, and this is such a simple book with such a simple idea. It's called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, and then I think another guy was a co-writer on it. But that book just teaches you, still go check it out because it has a lot of lessons in it, but it shows you how doing the slightest amount, even if it's just like reading an extra 1 page of a book a day, puts you that 1 page ahead of your competition or ahead of anybody else. That little tiny bit that you do gives you the slight edge over everybody else. You writing that extra 16-bar verse, you writing those extra 4 bars below when I ask you to write them. Those little things, as minuscule and small and useless as they seem, like, why would I just do that? It's because when you look at it over the span of 6 months, think about those 4 bars over 6 months. 4 bars 182 and a half days, right? Is that the right math? Yeah. Right? So that's a lot of bars, right? Times 4, like that's just from writing 4 bars a day. Right? But the thing is that it adds up over time. Those little tiny things add up over time, okay? Now you can check that book out. Now, next book I'm going to recommend to you is The 48 Laws of Power. But this is a book that I feel like you shouldn't really read this unless you're like, it is heavy, man. It is a heavy book. That book blew my mind. It shut me down. It was crazy. That book is insane. So 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. And then another book by Robert Greene is Mastery. I super highly recommend Mastery. What Mastery does, it shows you Leonardo da Vinci, Einstein. It shows you like people in history who have mastered their craft, and it shows you how they became masters of their craft through practice and also learning something over here that then applied over here, and then it built new neural pathways in their brain that couldn't have existed if they didn't learn this over here. Like, even like the moment when Einstein realized the theory of relativity was because he understood something about this and something about this, and it combined, and that's where great ideas come from. In just out of random places, because you have built up pieces and stores of knowledge in random places. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So that's a fantastic book as well. Actually, you know what I'll do for you guys is I will put a link to the page that I show. I actually have this list of all the books that I've read. Some books I've read over 15 times, like 48 Laws of Power, and I'll put a link there. You guys can check out all those. But there's, if we want to talk about financial books, you can understand a little bit about finances and how to save money and spend it the right way. You can get a book like Think and Grow, not Think and Grow Rich, but Rich Dad Poor Dad, which you've probably heard of. And Rich Dad Poor Dad is a fantastic book that just teaches you the basics about money and how it works and when you should spend money on this and when you shouldn't spend money on this. Is a fantastic, amazing book. But then, there's a bunch of books. I'll put the link below. I don't want this video to be too long, but I want you to know that the knowledge is power, and there's so much knowledge and information in books that's going to change your life, like, for the better, forever. Like, really though, you need to be reading books. I'll put that link below. Look at all those freaking books that I've read before. Look at all those books that I read. And I used to think books were stupid. I used to think they were so stupid. I'm like, why the fuck am I going to read a book? But now I listen to books, because when I'm driving, I can listen to books. You're like, I don't have time to read books. Well, that's not an excuse. And if you go to that link that I'm going to give you guys, you're going to see me shutting down all the excuses. I don't have time to do this. Well, if you're driving anywhere, driving to work, from work, to school, from school, you can listen to an audiobook. Some audiobooks are only like 3 hours long.
Whoa. Right?
So that means that if you're probably driving about 3 hours a week, that means you can finish a whole audiobook just while you're in your car. You go to the gym, how long you go to the gym? 45 minutes to an hour? Okay? If you listen to an audiobook while you're in the gym, and you're in the gym 5 days a week, that's 5 hours. That plus the driving, how do you think I finish 2 books a week? You think that I'm in the house? I'm working when I'm in the house, right? But I can finish books when I'm in the car. Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I listen to audiobooks, but I really try to lean in on listening to audiobooks as much as possible because it helps me learn. You know what I'm saying? So you just became a smart rapper. Check out the link below. Look at all those books, and I even put them in categories for you so you can see. Also, that hasn't been updated. That book that actually hasn't been updated in a year. So there's like another 50 plus books to put on there. But those are the ones I started reading, and you need to go check out those freaking books, okay? And books are dirt cheap. They're not expensive. Books are not expensive, and you can go on, to be honest with you, don't tell nobody, but you can go on YouTube and you can find a lot of these books, the audio books, and just listen to them on YouTube, okay? And then there's a lot of free books too. But books are just freaking amazing. You need to go learn. That's how you're going to become smarter and really get ahead of the competition. Right now, what I'm listening to is a music business book. If you want to learn a music business, go get yourself some music business books. Learn all the stuff that you need to learn. What do you want to learn right now? You know what I'm saying? There's books on rapping too. You got How to Rap. You got How to Rap 2. I got all those books. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really learn anything from the books because I already knew how to rap when I got them. But looking back, I was like, damn, I wish I had this book when I started. There's so much knowledge in books. Go get some books. And now, it's time for Word of the Day.
I got this right here, man. It's time for Word of the Day. New words you can say, new words for your rhymes and for your wordplay. By the time you leave this video, you'll be smarter than you was before. This is so stupid.
So y'all, time for another Word of the Day. Word of the Day today is chaffer. It means to bargain. Pretty much like these kids right here. If I wasn't a nice guy, they would have had a chaffer with me to play with the dog. Chaffer. Hit me with a like. Hit me with a comment. Let me see your 4 bars below so you can build up that. And by the 6 months in, you have how many bars? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're ahead of people. That's why I tell you guys to put the bars below. It's practice. Not just practice for today, but practice it's practice every day. And it adds up. You know how much better you're going to be than everybody else who didn't put the 4 bars below? Just write 4 bars. Just do it. Don't even do it for me. Do it. You're always doing it for you. You know what I'm saying? And then hit me with a subscribe. And when you hit subscribe, hit that little bell because it's going to notify you when I release a new video so you can become a smarter rapper. Okay? Alright, just go ahead and check out these videos. Okay? And I'm going to see you guys tomorrow with another video. Of course, tons of stuff coming. You know, community. Go check out that lyric video course. I released. People already giving it amazing ratings. Everything's coming. Check out these videos, y'all. And hit the subscribe button, man. I really appreciate y'all. We're almost at 50,000 subscribers. We are killing it. Y'all killing it. Everybody's killing it. Smart Rapper Gang, bitch. Smart Rapper Gang. Alright, I'll see y'all tomorrow.